because it wouldn't have happened without their engagement and involvement. That's obvious. In another incident, the FBI used an undercover agent informant to seek out and groom an impressionable young man, cultivating his friendship, gaining his sympathy, stoking his outrage over injustices perpetrated by the US government, then enlisting his help to blow up the Herald Square subway station. Despite the fact that Shahawa Matin Siraj ultimately refused to plant a bomb at the train station, he was arrested for conspiring to do so at the urging of his FBI informant and used to bolster the government's track record in foiling terrorist plots. In a way, we're living in an artificial reality where the perception of FBI success is so important that they are willing to engage in creating a kind of performance of terrorism. Now, this information, I imagine, is accessible because the dynamic they're describing is no longer the pertinent and defining dynamic of our news cycle. 10 years ago, Islamist terror was an absolute priority in the American news cycle and the American psyche more broadly. Now, American culture has altered to the point where the extremes are both domestic, that there's a kind of neoliberal establishment extreme, I'm using their language, and the kind of MAGA extremism. Now, at least in terms of news and public conversation, people don't talk about, oh, there's terrorists. People talk about the migration crisis, don't they, at the southern border? And people talk about extremists needing to be debugged. That's the conversation now.